It was the year 2008 in Roatan, Honduras. My parents and I were diving in the shipwrecked area of the island, where many interesting creatures dwell. As our descent began deep into the blue abyss, it wasn't until 50 feet underwater that we saw the sandy floor. On our way down, we were greeted by the always large and ever-curious grouper. Once we had touched the sandy bottom, I was caught off guard by a stingray which had taken shelter by hiding itself under the sand. At that point, we were so deep underwater, we couldn't even see the sunshine or the ripples of the surface. After a few minutes spent on a short swim, we had finally reached the shipwreck that we had searched for. The ship was broken into 3 different pieces, the center, bow, and stern. Nearly the entire ship was covered in algae, while the rest was covered in rust. The small entrances to each part of the ship were covered with sharp barnacles, and would occasionally have the lunging eel behind it. When we entered the navigation room, we saw a nurse shark swimming around the helm. Before we had a chance to explore the ship any further, the dive master's tank suddenly ruptured. The old K-valve of the tank couldn't handle the underwater pressure and had popped off the tank. A large bang sound could be heard from every direction while underwater. The dive master's assistant quickly swam to his aid. She pulled out the second stage to her tank, and they were forced to share the same air supply. The dive master signaled all of us to resurface and head to the boat so he could repair his tank. I was the last one to get out of the water and back onto the ship. As I emerged from the water, I felt the chilling breeze and the sun had blinded me, and suddenly all the gear that I had on began to weigh me down. As the captain started the motor, everyone sat down and we were off to the shore so that my family and I could prepare for our next dive.